Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Well, let me see if I can get my sound right. Well, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. It looks like y'all can now. Y'all couldn't hear me before. But I told y'all niggas, girl, I told y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I be trying to tell y'all. I be trying to give y'all the game. I really do. But y'all don't be hearing me. Tip was right from the beginning, and I also felt that it was him too. A lot of people felt that it was Austin Theory. But I appreciate the big ups. I really do. Hello. You can hear me. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Hello, with some new faces in the chat. Hello, how are you? All right. So I know y'all probably watched the show, but some of y'all who are new who come over here, welcome to the show. I recap the show for you in my own little, interesting way, and I give you my take on the show, my opinion, and everything in between. If you hear somebody in the background, it's just my husband. He's over there playing the game. So if you're a gamer, you know his frustration and you know his pain. I can't stop him from doing it. He does it. This is the way it is. So y'all just don't have to accept this as I am, okay? You're going to have to take me as I am, just like Mary J. Blige did say, okay? But anyway, lesson, okay? Monday Night Raw was okay. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't amazing, over the top, but it was good. Okay, it was okay. It did what it was supposed to do. It set up future places, future feuds, and it gave us a nice little preview of things to come, right? And as the year is winding down, things are going to wind down with the shows. Okay, so y'all have to be mindful of that. We are at the end of the year and they're going to be pre-taping things and all that. But baby, let me tell you something before we get into this Monday Night Raw. If you have not seen the video of Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis and them circulating on social media, baby, you are missing it. Okay, you are missing out on the treat because that shit was cinematic gold. Now that's the kind of shit that I want to see on the regular. Okay, now if you want to see it, you can go to my YouTube, my Instagram. All of that is scrolling at the bottom. But you can go on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media platform you use. I'm sure WWE Shorts has it, or WWE put it up on their YouTube channel. You can see it somewhere. It is so well done. I don't know who produced it. I don't know what they did, but they did an excellent job with it. And the ending for it was funny. It was Die Hard levels cool. Okay. But anyways, let's get into the show. So if you guys missed Monday Night Raw, we're gonna start from the end and then go to the beginning. Okay, because it's just easier that way. It's the freshest thing we saw, and I keep people on the line when I do that. Now listen, the reveal was real slow. But today they decided to let the whiteness show on the screen. So obviously Santos and Montez Ford was out. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, there was no melanination in this man. Okay. It was very clear, very, very clear that Montez Ford and Santos Escobar were not the person. But I hadn't seen Austin Theory in so long, I forgot the man's eyes was blue. I forgot that. I said, who is this blue-eyed man? I damn near thought it was the Miz. Okay. But then I realized that this boy done cut his hair off. I said, oh my God. Wow. So the reveal came as he ran out the ring after CM Punk came in the ring with the chair, to equalize things. And that is when Austin Theory was in the crowd and he slowly removed his mask and made it very clear that he is the one who cost CM Punk the War Games match. He is the one who has been interfering in Rey Mysterio's matches and helping the Vision along. And the very reason why he is the one who is going to be joining the Vision is exactly what I'm telling you now. It is because Austin Theory has been off TV for a little over a year now, I want to say. It's been a year. Has it been that long? It feels like it's been a year that he's been off TV. He was injured last year. So Austin's been gone for quite some time. And with him being gone and having such a generic persona and character, it is very easy to slip him in to the Vision and be under Paul Heyman's spell. And it looks like is exactly what's happening here. Okay. But we got to wait for things to play out. We want to see where this is going to go. Because I have a feeling that everything isn't going to be as smooth in the Vision as it could be. But we'll see. Things are going to go their way for a little while. Okay. It's going to be hyping up for a little while. Okay. But the match that we saw, let me see. Did I have that match up here? I thought I had that match in there. Hold tight, y'all. I don't want this thing to reset on me. Ugh, I'm missing a card. There we go. I was missing a card, y'all. So hold on. So the last match of the night, the main event was, unfortunately, it was Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. And I say that, unfortunately, for a lot of reasons. Number one, Rey Mysterio just looks like he's tired. And I understand that he wants to keep going the distance or whatever, but at this point, after what we got to see with John Cena and like the other retirements that we've seen, it is okay for you to let go. And your son is carrying the torch and doing a pretty damn good job at it, especially carving his own path. So there's nothing really left for Rey Mysterio to accomplish. I'm pretty sure his son is going to be the one to retire him. And at this point, I just want him to go home with his body intact and everything healthy. I think I'm just ready for a lot of people to just begin retiring. Retirement is a big thing that we're seeing, and we saw over the weekend there are like at least 3 names that are retiring next year as well, almost 4. Um, there is Brock Lesnar's name being thrown out there. They say that Chris Jericho might re-sign with the E so he can have his farewell tour. And then, AJ Styles is retiring next year. So there's so many people that are retiring. And I mean, eventually it's probably going to be Randy Orton's turn to retire. And speaking of Randy Orton, where was he? Why was he not in the retirement of John Cena? Does anybody know? Because from what I heard, they sent him over to Saudi during the retirement. At least that's the rumor. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. So I would say take that with a grain of salt. But I just wanted to know where he was. I knew he was missing. I just was like, where the hell is he? Anyways. Let me see. It was hilarious and dramatic, and I loved it. Girl, it was so dramatic. Such a drama king. But I love a good pageant, honey. I do think there is more than one masked man, though. I think that they're going to be done with the masked man situation. I think that this is it. My question is, what's his status with Grayson Waller? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'll wrap that shit up when he gets the chance, but it is what it is. Hello? How are you? Not up to right. My goat Gunther, I knew she would love this. This is right up her alley. Ray up next, yeah. Yeah, it's time. I saw him walking out there today, and he just looks so somber. You know how he usually is like really, really excited about being out there? That was not the case today. He just seemed really, really reserved, like very much just calm. It's a surreal thing to watch. It was very surreal. After seeing it and looking at some of the guys, I'm like, you two, you need to go. Damn. Not you making them retire. They had him in Saudi with Tiff, Liv, and Chelsea, I think. Okay. I low-key wish they wouldn't have, because he was an integral part of John Cena's career, and I know John Cena would have loved to have him there. I think that wasn't fair. It was him, Liv, Omos, and Waller were over there. Oh, okay. He's a heel, an old school heel. He like real heat. Listen, I'm gonna get to Gunther in a minute because I have no malice in my heart for Gunther. He can do whatever he wants, in my opinion. Probably media for Rumble, probably. He ain't trying to be cool. He legitimately doesn't give a fuck, and don't. And I don't blame him. The match between Logan Paul and Ray was okay. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't great. It was okay. And again, it led to the masked man being unmasked, which he unmasked himself, and it happened to be Austin Theory. This time when he came out there was no black ski mask covering his whole face. It was just the lower half of the mask covering his face with all the gear, and it was revealed that Austin Theory was the guy. So, am I surprised? No, because I was right. Absolutely not. I was right. This was the right pick, in my opinion. He is the most malleable, the most moldable, and he's going to be the one to soak up everything that Paul Heyman says and more. He is going to be a sponge for that man. He's going to be fully under his control. He's not going to be like Breaker. He's not going to be like Reed, where they already have their shit and they're set in their ways. This is the birth of a new era, and Austin Theory is going to be the one to reset things. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. Okay? Let's move on. Let's go back. We're going back. We're going backwards. So, Thought we was gonna see a Tahana bomb today, or at least a Devil's Kiss. Did you see that? We saw the Devil's Kiss, but no Tahana bomb. Sorry, I went to the bathroom during this match, so apologies. But I went before the match even started, and I didn't come back in time, unfortunately. The girls gave what they were supposed to have gave, but bum ass Nikki Bella came in there and ended the match. Now, let me tell y'all something. Compliment sandwich. Nikki Bella is part of the reason why some of the girls who are currently in WWE are there. Maxine being one of them. She's a daughter. Well, bitch, you crazy. You're fugazi. Okay? I could probably understand this a little bit better if Raquel cost her match against Stephanie, right? Then I could be like, well, you know what? She can be mad and in her feelings if that's what she want to be. But it's the fact that you lost clean to that woman. You lost clean. It wasn't like you didn't have an opportunity. It wasn't like you didn't get the match. You attacked her at every given moment. You set this up so you have all the momentum going into the match, and you still lost. I think your biggest issue is not that you don't fit in, it's you finding out that these girls are light years ahead of you. Even in your prime, they still gonna be able to whoop your ass, and you're mad about that. So you're taking all your anger and frustration out on them. The reality is, like you said, you had your time. So if you're all about trying to prove that you can hang, you shouldn't. If you feel like you're the legend that you say you are, you claim you're the icon. I'm a legend. They should be signing my boots. Well, bitch, I don't see you making them do it. I don't see you making them do it. I see you losing. I see you getting tripped up on the microphone. I see you letting them use 2010 bullshit against you in the ring and eat your ass up. I see you getting your ass whooped verbally and physically, whether you a heel or a face. I see that. But I don't see you proving you nothing more than what you said. You ain't hardly even that. Not right now. So until you get some cojones grandes and start doing some shit that's worthwhile, I'm not giving you a motherfucking thing. I'm gonna pay you dust, bitch. Like I did the years that you was champion. I ignored you then, and I'm gonna ignore you now, ho. Because what are you talking about? Anybody who knows they're a legend and an icon does not have to keep saying it to prove it. It is what it is. Check the receipts, bitch. Now, like I said, I ain't gonna shit on you. I tell the truth for shame the devil. There are a lot of things I will say about Nikki Bella that I can't fucking stand, but one thing I won't say is that bitch don't know how to get a bag. Okay? That girl took an opportunity within a time frame that wasn't capable in WWE for the girls and reinvented what the wheel for what a diva could do and what they could be in terms of showcasing what the WWE had to offer women's wise outside of WWE. Okay, her and her sister and a few other people who created the shows, they did that. They utilized reality TV and made that something that could bolster themselves while also boosting WWE and the Divas division as a whole. Compliment sandwich. I told the truth on the front, definitely told the truth in the middle, and then I told the truth on the end. If you're gonna be a badass bitch, you got to go out there and be a badass bitch. You can't be out here half stepping. And your ass is too old to be out here half stepping. If you feel like you that bitch, then you need to go out there and prove it. And enough of this bullshit ass talking and crying and complaining because you feel like ain't nobody respecting you. If you ain't getting the respect you think you deserve, then you go out there and you make them give it to you. Costing them matches ain't gonna do nothing but piss a bitch off. And if I was Raquel, the first thing I would do when I see you is to Honda bomb your ass through the damn concrete. Because you did circumvent that girl getting a title shot. You did do that shit. Okay? Because she was the next one in line to go up against Stephanie. But you being a petty ass bitch, attacking Stephanie over and over again using old school diva tactics to get what you want. Fine. We got you, Ronnie. But this is how you got your ass whooped. Because at the end of Players Club, I distinctly remember Diamond whooping Ronnie's ass. Isn't that what happened? And then she went to jail. Now, I don't know about what's going to happen to you, but you done already got your ass whooped once by Stephanie. And I'm assuming that next week, Adam is probably going to make a match between you and Raquel, and you're going to get your ass whooped again. Okay? Now, listen. I know for a fact that Judgment Day was not out there because Raquel requested that they don't come out there. But listen to me. Had that been me and my homegirl is out there getting beat up by 2 and 3 people, bitch, I'm coming out there. Where was y'all at? Hmm? She was talking about being Stephanie on her own, not having to worry about motherfucking Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella was in the past because she had already lost. So shit. And y'all seen how Liv was looking. Y'all seen how Liv was looking. Liv was standing back there looking all mean and shit. Every time Raquel would look away, she mean mugging the shit out of her. Mm-hmm. It's only a matter of time, baby. Only a matter of time. All right. Austin Theory looks like Daniel Garcia. Ew, gross. Where do you think this goes, or should go since it's early? With Austin Theory be Jeffers, or with these two? Let me know and then I'll answer that question. Austin versus Punk at Mania. I don't think it's gonna go that far yet. Right now, Braun Breaker is the next one in line in January 5th. And for now, it looks like that's gonna be the consensus. Unless CM Punk drops the title to Breaker. I don't see Austin stepping into that limelight for the title for at least another 6 to 8 months. Plus, you still have to remember, while Seth is out, Seth will be returning. And I guarantee you he will be back by WrestleMania. I put money on that. On some Super Cena shit. Okay? Now she was right and I love being right. That's crazy. My man Austin finally getting his Hail Mary run. That is true. It is happening. All right. The women's tag team titles are more impressive than either of the world champion. Crazy to say that. I don't know about that. I think they all feel that way because who's in the tag team title scene for right now. And to be honest, I wouldn't want Rhea circling any of those titles right now until probably next year. And I legit would move Rhea Ripley over to SmackDown. I think being on Raw, while I love Rhea and her being on Raw was cool and everything, I think a nice change to the blue brand would be great. Plus, a good fight between her and Jade Cargill would be awesome. And I'm not sure what they're going to do with Bianca and Montez, but they could very well move them to Monday Night Raw so that her and Rhea stay separated for now. But for me, the women's tag team division, while it is budding, it is also made up of singles competitors who happen to come together to be a tag team. And I need them to make real, legitimate tag teams to get this off the ground. I understand that we've seen this happen multiple times before, but WWE has plenty of time, and all they keep doing is building and building and creating superstars, but they're not focusing on the women's division in terms of creating the same space that they create for the men. The tag teams are either built behind the scenes and then presented as tag teams with the men, whereas with the women, they come together in front of the camera as a tag team, or they happen to be friends and they're a tag team. Whereas you could just present them as a fucking tag team from the beginning and just let them run roughshod in the tag team division. This also fills out the show. It makes things a lot more fun, and it gives the women's division some depth other than having to chase after two titles on singles titles on the show. You could have a third that actually works for the women's division if you would have built it that way. But that's not how they built the tag team division for the women. And that's mainly because WWE doesn't give a shit about the tag team division, men or women. Speaking of the tag team division, first match of the night was the Usos versus New Day. Now, this was an instant classic match because these two or four men have been on a tear against each other for years. Their rivalry spans across years, okay? And they have literally built their tag team legacy off of each other's backs. So I can't say that I was insistent on watching this match, but I did watch it because New Day deserved the time and the effort. And of course, the Usos returned as a tag team. So, and they're one of my favorite tag teams. So I was happy for them. And they did a good job. And the Usos, being as how they were returning to the tag team division, they did beat the New Day. It wasn't an easy fight. They had a hard fought battle, but they did beat them. And I swear that match lasted over 30 minutes. Swear it lasted over 30 minutes. I looked at my phone, it was 8:41, and they were still going. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, we need a break. All right, we need to be able to sleep. You were talking about Austin. You want to know where it's gonna go with Austin. It can go any number of ways. But again, like I said, I have a sneaking suspicion that Austin is going to be someone who is going to be easily manipulated by Paul Heyman. And it seems like that has already been done. Now, Logan Paul obviously was not in the loop, or at least that's what the story we're getting. And it doesn't look like Braun Breaker was in the loop either. Earlier in the night, Adam Pearce made it very clear to Paul Heyman that he wanted to know the name of the masked man by the end of the night or else. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, what are you going to do? And apparently, Austin was like, okay, I'll come out the shadows tonight. Anyway, don't never mind me, baby. Now, I will say he did a sick-ass curb stomp on Rey Mysterio. I said that shit had some height on it. He's out here making Seth look crazy. That curb stomp is nasty in Austin Theory's arsenal. It's nuts how high he gets with it. I mean, he is on an elite level with that thing. And I don't know, but if I was Seth, I'd be like, this little nigga got me a little bit. He got me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You got it, homeboy. I got you. You feel me? He is insane. He has incredible athletic ability. He is naturally gifted. The height that he gets when he hits it is crazy. And I will say that Montez executes as well, because he's the one who was doing it last Monday. Montez gets crazy height on it too, but I expect nothing less from Montez 4. But bitch, Austin Theory was in the sky. He was above the top rope today. That's how high he went. I was like, bro, it was nuts. So, if I see it my way, I would let Austin Theory stay under Paul Heyman's manipulation. Even if the vision implodes and goes their separate ways, I would still let Austin Theory be a Heyman guy. And he would continue to whisper in his ear and usher him into whatever he wants him to do. He would eventually become IC champion, dominate as IC champion. He will be out there running roughshod for at least, I would say, if I'm going to give him the championship, I give him a good 4 to 8 months. I would even push it out to a year run as the IC champ, just not blowing through everything, but just being super arrogant, taking out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just letting Paul Heyman just really rest in his ear, really rest in his head, just embed himself in there. And then somebody has to come up and just start breaking down that wall of manipulation for Heyman. Somebody has to come in and just slowly start to tear it down. You can pick Gargano, you can pick Roman, you can pick whoever you want. You can even make it CM Punk later on down the line. But somebody has to tear down Theory so that he can be rebuilt as a new version of himself, because he's just going to be an arm of Paul Heyman for a while. Once he's done with Heyman, then that's when the real work is going to start. And Theory has to turn face. He's got to be a face at that point. And then you're going to have that dynamic of Theory trying to relinquish himself from the shackles of Heyman. And he's going to be able to set himself up as one of the premier faces of Monday Night Raw. And that's when that will start. But again, I don't think that's going to happen until probably the end of next year, the beginning of 2027, because Austin really's got to sink his teeth into this where he is. It's got to work for him for now. hope that helps, B Jeffers. I hope I explained it enough for you. I like Nikki, but you're right about that shit. I'm telling you. Because she was fugazi today. I was like, girl, what the fuck? what is going on? Bitch. What is Seth and Theory are working together? If that's the case, I wouldn't be mad at that either. But the only thing that I don't like about that is that, okay, so some of y'all might not gonna like this, but I need y'all to hear me out. And I need y'all to respect what I'm saying before y'all jump on me. And some of y'all that's listening to this in the playback, before y'all jump on me, I need you to hear me out. And I'm going to go into depth further on another video about this, but I need y'all to hear me out. There is a reason why in the hierarchy of the top stars right now, Seth is at the bottom of the list. And it's not because he's not good enough. It's not because he doesn't have enough eyes on him, or it's not because he doesn't have crossover capability. It is because in his mind, his greatest achievement is being at the top of WWE's mountain. He doesn't see past that. The problem I have with him sinking his claws into Austin Theory is that he will turn him into another workhorse version of himself. And I don't want that for Theory. What I want for Theory is to, again, be the right hand of one of the greatest villain managers of all time. And he's got to move like he is literally just executing orders. Do you get what I mean? He can talk, he'll respond, he'll have all of that, but he will only do what Heyman tells him to do. That's how I would book it. Heyman would whisper in his ear and tell him how he's supposed to move. As long as Theory can talk, he can cut his own promos and say what he needs to say. But as soon as he gets to talking and he goes off the rails a little bit, you have Heyman go in there and just whisper something, and then he goes right back to being the bot that Heyman wants him to be. Heyman's going to continue to dangle that carrot of being champion in front of him, and he'll continue to keep doing his bidding as long as he believes that Heyman is he's the one that trusts him. He's the one that loves him. He's got to lay it on super thick like he did with the tribal chief, so he can get that false sense of comfort. Because we all know once Heyman gets tired of the shiny new toy, he throws your ass in the trash. And if he does that to Theory, it shouldn't break him, but it should turn him into a superstar to the point where he begins to systematically just destroy everything that Heyman has created. That is how you book a good story. If you make him go with Seth, the only thing that he will have is being able to be Seth's right-hand man. And while Seth is good, we love Seth, he isn't going to take Theory to where he needs to be. I said the same thing about him being with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed didn't need Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needed Bronson Reed. And the situation with Braun Breaker was the same. Braun Breaker was well on his way to being a championship contender, well before he got with Seth freaking Rollins. Okay? Neither one of them needed Seth. It was the other way around. Okay? You heard what Seth said when he was talking to Cody. He only helped Cody because he was the lesser of the two evils. And the reality of the situation is he's incredibly jealous of Cody, and he's pissed off that Roman's got everything that he's worked his ass off to get. And that's a big problem for him. That's a big point of contention for him. You can't have somebody like that whispering into a young guy's ear like Austin Theory. It will not give him what he needs to propel past Seth Rollins. It will make him stagnant. Okay? I promise you, I'm not being disrespectful because I love Seth. I do. But there's a reason why guys like Seth and Daniel Bryan don't have that megastar crossover potential. While yes, Daniel Bryan had the yes movement and it was huge, it also didn't propel Daniel Bryan to be in other places. And why is that? Because Daniel Bryan only had eyes for wrestling. He didn't want to be anything else other than considered to be a great wrestler. That was it. The same issue with Seth Rollins. He keeps having his foot in the door for WWE and his foot out the door in Hollywood, but he keeps finding a way to like have half his body in there. Like he'll be in there listening so he can run back and do something in WWE. I'm not saying he has to focus on Hollywood. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you've got to be able to diversify your portfolio. And he hasn't figured out how to do that correctly yet. His wife has. His wife has. But he hasn't. Because his first love is wrestling. And that's all he knows. And he's stuck in I gotta be the big guy here in WWE. And he doesn't realize that everybody that he has come across has surpassed him. And he doesn't understand why. I'm just saying. Liv cool with Roxanne because Roxy been like that towards her from the jump. She feels betrayed too by Liv because she probably feels like she switched it up. Well, Liv, she did. I mean, look, if I was Liv, I would have came back and destroyed Judgment Day from within. I would not be rebuilding this group. It doesn't need to be rebuilt. Liv needs to destroy the group and she needs to go face. And I know that a lot of people like her as a heel, and I'm all for that. But at the same time, y'all all be begging for things to be different. And you don't let it be different. You're not giving us nothing different. Liv is still running around laughing in people's face, attacking people and shit. And while, yeah, it's cute for a hot second, after a while, that shit gonna get old. And I'm sorry, but I'm not looking for Judgment Day 7.5832. I don't want to see that. Okay? I'm good. Naomi pregnancy did prove to me that they weren't giving Stephanie that title back in Paris because they seem to have no real plan for her. I'm convinced the goal was always Naomi versus Bianca at Mania. Given the momentum that Naomi had, I love Stephanie to death. But as soon as Naomi would have came to SmackDown, I would have sent Stephanie to. I mean, as soon as Naomi came to Raw, I would have sent Stephanie to SmackDown. I would have sent Stephanie to SmackDown so she could have been a formidable opponent for Jade. Even if Jade beats her, she would have been somebody that Jade would be fighting for a while. And then she would finally beat Jade for that title. Very similar to how Jade got screwed over by Tiffany Stratton or by WWE with Tiffany Stratton over and over. That's the same ploy I would have given to Stephanie. And I would have made it so that not only that Jade was dominant, but she also would have had somebody in there helping her. B-Fab is about to be on Jade Cargill's side. And if I have it my way, I would let Stephanie keep the title, but she's got to have a true opponent. And the only way she's going to have that is if she go up against somebody like Raquel, somebody like Liv, or Asuka. Let Asuka go up against her, really test her might. They got plenty of people back there to make that shit work. They could have brought Becky back and let Becky do it. Bayley's right there. You could have a nice rivalry with Becky. They can start setting up some stuff. But again, she's champion. It's the end of the year. They're not going to just start a rivalry out of nowhere that's only going to get a few minutes of time. And 90% of them are falling in this shit anyway because they finna go home. They are filming SmackDown and Raw on the same night so they can go home and rest. They're not doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? So everything is running smoothly on a live show. It's not doing that. So at this point, until January starts, I'm not going to be too concerned about what her booking looks like. I'll wait and we'll see where it goes from there. He devoured Seth Nacho, man. Tore that damn shit up. I'd be mad as hell. Oh, shit. Actually, I know he's mad as hell. He gonna say something shitty soon. Watch. He can't say nothing because Austin executed that shit perfectly. He can't say shit. I give him the world championship. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Oh, you petty. I'd unload the clip on this. That is nuts. I see what you mean. I've never thought of it like that. I appreciate you. It's like, nigga, go home for a bit. Period. Hello, Aaliyah. Hello. Okay. So, let me give Maxine her props today. Maxine did excellent against Ivy now today. I'm very proud of Maxine, the progress that she's made. I'm so happy that that girl is out there looking like a champion, fighting like a champion, defending like a champion. She messed her nail up today. Her nail came off and ripped off. She had her finger bleeding, but she's still a champion. Ivy thought she was just going to go in there and bully that girl, and that girl went out there and was whipping ass. Okay, she tore Ivy's ass up. Very much so. And we had to see American Made today. I was shocked. I said, damn, y'all niggas still alive? That's crazy. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? But kudos to them. Okay, Chad Gable. I haven't seen Chad Gable in a while. He probably will pop up sometime next year. They say he was gonna be gone for a year. So yeah, I hope he pop up sometime next year so we can get some balls rolling with them and see where we're gonna go. But they ate this up. They did. They did. When she did that roar in the middle of the match, I was like, oh, she did it again. Shout out to Natalia for giving Maxine some much needed cojones grandes. Okay. Now listen, in the tag team division, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky was out there to talk, but before they could even get the microphone, Asuka missed the shit out of Rhea. And child, they went on an assault on them girls, threw Io into the damn steps, beat up Rhea. They got her in the ring, was getting ready to do that flying elbow, and it was so sweet. It was so cute. Io went in there and saved her from the elbow and took it straight to her back, child. Lord have mercy. I said, if these two don't stop being so damn gay coded in this ring, child. She sacrificed herself for her friend and saved her from a terrible fate. And we love that for them. I'm very happy that they was able to have their moment. But the match has been made, and they will also be defending the tag team championships on January 5th. Now, we know the last time that Rhea Ripley wrestled in January on the premiere of Netflix's Raw, she beat the brakes off a little tiny Liv Morgan. Now, let's see if she can go 2-0 next year when she goes after these tag team titles. Okay, now Rhea has been a tag team champion before. This won't be her first time holding those belts, but it looks like they might be getting them at this point, and then we'll probably see the rivalry between Bliss and Charlotte and Rhea and Io, and we might even see a rivalry between Rhea, Io, and Lash and Nia Jax, which wouldn't be bad to see. Okay, so that's cute. It's real cute. I haven't felt this queer baited by wrestling in at least a year, child. I'm so jealous of Io because my dream is to be carried around by Rhea Ripley, other than my man. Oh, Lord. Let's speaking of your man. He got his asshole ripped out verbally by CM Punk today, and this is what I was trying to tell y'all last week and the week before. It's real easy when the culprit that you're talking about is not standing in front of you. The first time Brian Breaker cut that promo, he sounded like he was scared as hell. And the second time, he kind of got the shit together. But the moment that you brought up that man's wife, you buried yourself under a mountain of this just stupidity. That man was in the ring, and he verbally whipped your ass for well over 7 minutes. It did not take much for him to do it. It was effortless. That man said, you dumb, your daddy dumb, and your uncle dumb. You come from a stock of dumb niggas. Okay? He dogged your Steiner mask. All right? He was talking cash shit about you. Oh, he said he gonna take your tiny pea brain out and piss on it, bitch. I said, oh my God. The disrespect is so disrespectful. And you let them do it. You let them do it. And the only thing you had to say at the end of the night was that if you ever talk about my family again, you'll never get up. Bitch, I will say, I would have laid there on the ground and said your daddy dumb and your uncle dumb and you dumb and that bitch you fucking the NXT dumb too, ho. I done went all the way in on your shit. Don't ever play me. Ever. I'd be like, go get Witchy Poo and tell her to stop fucking with my homegirl Tatum before I sick her ass on you and the color. And I tear this whole shit up. I tear all this shit up. Don't play with me. You started it. You brought up that man's wife. Nobody asked you to do that. You thought that was cute because it was a nice little cheap pop. But this nigga said, since you want to go there, you want to be petty, then I'm going to show you what a petty king does. He brought up your daddy. He brought up your punk ass uncle. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, the nigga too roided it out to get it up or know what the fuck is going on, bitch. I'm shocked that he can count, let alone do Steiner baths. Then the nigga said, you're dumb. And he said he will piss on your tiny pea-headed ass brain. And you let him do it. You let him eat your ass up like that. Then that man said, if I had a dime for every time one of those losers stood across from me and said they was going to beat me and take me out, he said I would have a pocket full of dimes. And I don't think nobody understood what this man was saying. What he was saying is no matter what they say, they was never on that caliber. They were never on my level. And I would just have a few dimes in my pocket because, bitch, nobody has risen to the occasion. And he said that shit and you still didn't catch the shit. Half the audience didn't catch it. I was like, y'all didn't hear what the fuck he's saying? He been saying the same shit all night. Y'all, at this point, it's easy to point out who's the jock and who would have been just that weird kid in high school who is like super, super smart, but they just cooler. And then you keep picking at the weird kid because you think he's a little bitch. And then you realize that little weird kid do mixed martial arts and judo and shit. So he whoops your ass in front of everybody. That's what just happened to you, baby. And that little spear shit you did, I'm sorry. That don't compare to how that man verbally whipped your ass today. It just don't. It just don't. And you had no response other than if you talk about my family again, you'll never get up. Bitch, you brought up the families. I didn't hear him say nothing about your stupid ass daddy or your uncle when he was talking about you months before. When he was talking about you when they was going inside the War Games cage, he didn't say nothing about your motherfucking family. That was your big ass in the ring talking about that man's wife. That was you. So whatever you got in return, bitch, you earned. He verbally whipped your ass today. And you let him do it. And all you could do was go in there and spear him. Which did nothing but prove you're a meathead bitch. And he said, and this is the killer part. And then I'm going to move on. Because he said you can't beat him without help. And all you and Paul Heyman and the rest of them niggas in the vision proves today is that he telling the damn truth. Because it took not only the distraction of Austin Theory, but it took everybody out there with you to take his ass down. And if it was only going to take a spear, how come your ass didn't go out there when he cut that promo talking about you and your stupid ass daddy? Nah, you was back there listening to Paul Heyman. Shit. Couldn't be me. You ain't finna call my daddy dumb and get away with it. You not finna call my daddy dumb and get away with it. I'll be on your ass. You called him straight up stupid. You're dumb. Can you imagine being called stupid at your big age on TV? I'd crash out, nigga. Same. I mean, he earned it and did. I feel you because I was pissed because Brian said that he'll take Uncle Phil's wife. And I was like, hello, I'm right here. Like, take me instead, girl. Pick me is never a good look. Don't do it. Don't do it. That went over a lot of people's heads. That was so clever. You see what I'm saying? I got it. It made me think over all the people he beat. Y'all, listen. I'm telling y'all, when they finally put CM Punk's ass in the back and start letting him do what he want to do, it's going to be tea. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be tea. Now, look. We done covered everything. Now it's time to talk about Petty King Gunther. Okay. Gunther brought his ass out there. He had his black on black on. He had some real nice leather boots on. I think they was Italian leather boots because they was real nice. Very minimalist outfit, very simple. One thing I will say about Gunther is the man has a very simple, minimalist style. He don't wear a lot of labels, but I'm sure whatever he wears, it is of luxury and it's expensive, okay? He be wearing high quality t-shirts, khaki clothes. He don't wear nothing but khaki, black, navy blue, and on occasion he might pop out with a little green and a brown shoe. Okay? But Gunther be fly as hell. Gunther brought his ass out there with his trench coat, got in the middle of that ring, and he said, bitch, I told you. I told you I was going to retire John Cena and make him give up. And that's exactly what I did. And you know what else? That man just laid his ass out there and tapped like a little bitch. What's wrong with Austin Theory? I said, oh, now he a bitch. Then he went back out there and said it again. He was like, I said. On some Diddy shit. I said what I said. And the crowd was like, well, what you said was some bullshit. Like that shit. They booed Gunther worse than they be booing Dom, child. Woo! Gunther was living his best life. Do you hear me? Living his best life. Now listen to me. Listen to me. The kind of heat that Gunther has drawn as a former champion, as someone who is collecting retirements, that kind of heat is WrestleMania level heat. And Braun Breaker ain't got that yet. And if you ask me on January 5th, CM Punk need to beat Braun Breaker so that they can run that shit back at WrestleMania. And I'm going to say something. Y'all ain't going to like it, but I'm finna say something. Get that title back to Gunther. Give it back to him. Get the title back to Gunther. And then you got to have somebody built up enough to take it off of him. And I ain't talking about no motherfucking Cody Rhodes. You're going to have to work for it. Or you have somebody sneaky and slimy and you have him steal that championship from Gunther. You can have Austin Theory win Money in the Bank and have him steal it from him. If you're going to let the man get the heat, then use the damn heat. Don't waste it. Use that shit. Now, it looks like Gunther might be having a little program with AJ Styles at some point. If that's happening, if he retires AJ Styles, everybody going to be mad as fuck. Everybody going to be mad. Because at that point, he just collect the retirements, bitch. And they're going to be upset, honey. But at this point, I love pissing people off because the way y'all came at me in my comments because I said that Gunther was the right person for the job, y'all should have y'all asses whooped. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. And then I'm going to go to the comments. I said what I said and I meant what I said. Gunther was the right person for the job. Why is that? Well, look at the kind of level of heat that he's gotten right now. There is nobody in the WWE who would have been able to carry this weight the way that he is going to carry it. The way he's going to turn it into something is he's the only one that's going to be able to do that. He's the only one. Now, y'all done had a super Cena, y'all done had a super Cody, but there ain't been no super villain in the WWE for a long fucking time. And the last time we had one was Roman. And you have an opportunity with Gunther. Now, I'm not saying that you have to let Gunther be on the 4-year trip like Roman Reigns was, because I don't want to see that. But I am okay with Gunther causing a little chaos in the WWE so I can have somebody that I really despise to hate on. Okay? Y'all be looking at this all wrong. You be looking at it all wrong. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I saw y'all comments too, and I'm gonna respond on Instagram tomorrow when I get up in the morning because I really don't feel like talking about this no more, and I want to do it with more of a clear head. But I said here, when y'all are sitting here talking about like they should have let him pass the torch, y'all forget that he already did. You wanna know when he did that? SummerSlam. When Cody Rhodes got the title back, that was the passing of the torch. Just because you didn't see it and you was ignoring what you saw doesn't mean it didn't happen. The match that we saw at Saturday Night Main Event was not for him to pass the torch to anybody. He didn't pass nothing to Gunther. Nothing. He didn't pass nothing to Gunther. There was no need to. Cody Rhodes already has the moniker. So why would he pass anything off to anybody else? And here's the other thing. Even if it was Carmelo Hayes or Montez Ford or anybody else that y'all wanted to be the guy to go up against John Cena. Number one, they didn't have the momentum that Cody Rhodes has. They don't have that to be able to brace themselves for something like this. They would have turned into the villain immediately because y'all would have turned on them like y'all always do. Just like y'all turned on Lego Head, just like y'all turned on Shawn Michaels. The list goes on. Okay? It's the same shit. It's just a different toilet. Right? Not Gunther Rich. She said that's her guy. And that's true. Nicole has been rooting for Gunther for a while. And that shit blew me. Because it was so nuts in them comments. It was crazy. Because how dare y'all be mad at him for popping his shit? Exactly. I was like, ooh, he's really that girl. He's getting a belt suit. He's got to get a belt suit. He got to. Because it's just too much. That's too much momentum to not give him anything. Shit. I would have him come in there and steal that shit right from CM Punk and Braun Breaker. Take it from both of them. I don't care who they say needs it. I don't care who they say. It needs to be Sammy. Ooh. You know what? That would give Sammy his world championship. And Sammy finally would have done it. I wouldn't be mad at that, Don. You know I love me some Samuel. You know I loves my Samuel. I root for Sammy all the time. You feel me? Not your agenda. I saw an IG post that Gunther might retire Lego Head. Oh, bitch, if he retires Brock Lesnar, I'm with the shits. I'll be there with bells and whistles screaming Gunther's name all day long. That'll be one of my bucket lists. I need to see that. Do it. I said that as soon as it happened. I said, this is why that call was bad. That call was made. It's the truth. Because we was right. I will give y'all props where props is due. Y'all were absolutely correct. I just didn't understand it at the time. So in fairness to me, after I watched the match, I fully understood what was happening here. This was not a passing of the torch moment. And it didn't need to be. And that's the part that people do not understand. It doesn't have to be a pass of the torch moment. It was an ending. It was an ending of an era. It was an ending of a career. And I'm just glad that John Cena was able to walk away with his head held high. And they gave him one of the biggest celebrations of his career that any wrestler has ever been given. Even Ric Flair didn't get this level of retirement. Okay? Child, when Gunther walked his ass in the back, he was persona non grata. They was mean mugging the fuck out of him. And R-Truth was like, bitch, you're trash. He was like, all right. He walked his ass in his car. I thought they beat up his car and scratched that shit up. Because I was like, ooh, this is some hood level shit right here. I would have lived, honey. I would have lived if they would have tore up that man's car. But it was just snow on it. It was just snow. And they would sit up there. And AJ Styles was sitting on his hood. It was like real proud of himself. Hey, he was like, can I get to my car? AJ was like, go ahead, get in your shit. Now, AJ bold as hell. Georgia boy sitting out there in that damn cold weather. It's cold as fuck outside. Okay? Ain't no goddamn way. I'd have had my ass in the bed, sleep somewhere. It's cold, bitch. He gets in the car and he says, AJ, look, hey, you can't see me. He drives off. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny. And doing the you can't see me in the car and laughing and drive away, baby. Absolute mess. Cinema though. Cinema. I would think no one mourns the wicked if he does retire Brocky. Oh, I would live. I would be right where Nicole is. Be like, oh my God, I am so happy for Gunther. I would love it. I would love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so well done. I think people are just in their feelings, and eventually they'll calm down. But y'all was pissing me off in the comments, and what I need y'all to do is think beyond your selfish needs and just think about the future. There's no real villains on the roster anymore. Yeah, the Vision exists, but they don't really pose much of a threat to anybody unless they're operating together. Gunther is a danger by himself, and he is a danger if he gets other people to follow him. Now, I don't know what he's going to do, but listen, the way that they're propping this man up, very soon he's going to be back in that championship boat. And y'all just going to have to deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? But we shall see, because not only are we going to get some action next week with Rhea Ripley facing off against Asuka, we are also going to have Javon Evans facing off against Rayo. Is it Rayo? Rayo Americana? Because El Grande Americana was there. And he brought his homeboys with him. And essentially what he said, which he said it all in Spanish, is like, why you keep showcasing these NXT losers and you ain't got my homeboys on TV? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they are true. They are elite. And you keep, wallowing in the trash with NXT. And Javon Evans was like, I don't speak Spanish, but I know you talking crazy about me, bitch. What's good? Like, if you want to talk shit, like, nigga, we can go at it. I don't have no problem with it. I'm always at the ready. Now, they shopping Javon Evans' ass around. Some tells me that nigga gonna be pulled up to the main roster. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let him get one of them NXT titles before he leave. Don't do that, baby, like you did Bianca and Lash Legend. Okay, don't do that, man, like that. Because y'all screwed Lash. Because y'all could have had Lash as champion. Okay? You could have let Lash be champion. Ooh. We need a villain. We do. Like a new JBL. Ooh. Ooh, I could stand JBL back in the day. Oh, he got on my fucking nerves. I used to love watching him get his ass whipped. Because JBL didn't give a fuck either. And did it. And did it. Might as well call him up now. I'm so mad at them. Like, why they keep messing him over? Like, let him get a title shot. And let him win it. Did you turn on his humidifier in there? No. I need to go fill it back up and turn it on back. Y'all listen. I have been in here rambling for an hour, so I'm going to go. I will be back on Wednesday, and we'll talk some more. We'll talk some more on Wednesday and chit chat and have a good time. And I tell y'all what I got for my birthday because it's so cute. And I'm so happy. My mom and my husband really showed up for my birthday this year, and I love them so much. And if you guys sent me well wishes for my birthday, I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much. My birthday was super chill. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything because next year is my big 4-0, and that's when I'm going to party and turn up. That's when we're going to have a good time. Okay, and my birthday gonna be on the Saturday next year. Oh, thank you, God. So we're gonna have a good time next year. I promise. I'm planning it out now as we speak. It's gonna be good. But I will see you guys on Wednesday when we do Freestyle Wednesday. We're gonna talk all about it. We can talk more about Austin Theory and his new position in WWE. It's going to be a fun time if they do it right. Now, we know that WWE doesn't always do everything right. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? Let's just wipe the slate clean, wait till January, and let's give let's just take our time and try to enjoy this as much as possible. And let's see what they do next week on Monday Night Raw, yeah? All right. Now, like I told y'all earlier, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes got into it at Drew McIntyre's house, and they put the video all over the socials, and that shit was funny as hell. Now, the stipulation with this is Drew McIntyre gets to pick the kind of match that they have, and Drew says that if Cody Rhodes touches him at any given point before this match, Drew McIntyre says that he has to be stripped of the title. So after, Cody got his hands on Drew now, the paperwork is going to be signed. And Drew can touch Cody all he wants. But Cody's not going to be able to do anything to Drew McIntyre. Personally, I think that clause should go both ways. Yeah, babe, it's in there. It's in there. Personally, I think that clause should go both ways, but I don't know. Nick Aldis may do a little shifty shift. I think he should, do a little switcheroo there. But with all that being said, we'll have to wait till Friday and see how that plays out. But tomorrow on NXT, let me see if I got NXT in here. I do have one render for NXT. There is a fatal four-way, and whoever wins this fatal four-way, they will be next up in line to face off against Obafemi at New Year's Evil, I believe. So it's going to be Miles Bourne, Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, and Dion. All four of these guys were in the Iron Survivor Challenge, and now they're going to have another opportunity at the title. So we'll see who wins. I'm hoping it's Dion, because Dion is the one who has the most chemistry with Obafemi right now. So it'd be very interesting to watch him face off against Obafemi did a great job at Saturday Night Main Event, and I would love to see Obafemi just dominating bitches on Raw or SmackDown. It's gonna be a fun time. I think next year we're gonna see a lot of new faces, and some things are gonna start to shift next year. I hope. Okay, bye. Love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.